Old Testament prohibition of graven images were reluctant to depict even the instrument of the Lord's Passion.
Yes.
1967, volume 4, page 486. Here's my last quote here. The practice of placing the figure of Jesus on the cross began near the end of the 6th century. But even then, no artist dared to show him in his pain and humiliation. At first, Jesus, and we're doing this for the sake of the audience. We know that the master's name is Yeshua, but of course, for the sake of the audience here. At first, Jesus wore a long royal tunic, sometimes a golden regal crown, and only his hands and feet were bare to show in a stylized fashion the nails that pinned him to the wood. The image was one of triumph. Jesus, whose kingdom would come, reigned open-eyed and smiling. The image of a suffering Christ on a cross. The crucifix used by many Christians today first appeared in the 10th century. First appeared in the 10th century. It was not popular and was condemned by the Pope as blasphemy. Over the next 300 years, artists began putting a suffering Jesus on the cross, gradually deepening his hand wounds, adding a torturous crown of thorns and liberal drippings of blood. Jesus' long tunic shrank in time to a skimpy loincloth, further revealing his body's torment. This is from Sacred Origins of Profound Things by Charles Painting.
That's very interesting. You see that the adoption of the cross, when the Christians first began to adopt the Hebraic culture, was prohibited.
That's right.
It was totally prohibited.
That's right.
Any graven images, any vain things, it was not. Even the early popes didn't adopt it.
That's correct.
Until our friend Constantine came along.
That is correct.
And undid all those customs.
What I'm going to do, elders, I'm going to show our viewers here that the pagan god Tammuz was alive and wailed symbolically in the days of antiquity. And we're going to reference Ezekiel chapter 8. Ezekiel chapter 8. And I'm going to pick it up at verse 12. This is profound. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to go back here to our shot. I'm going to read this here. As I read this, cameraman, stay focused in on this pagan, please. Let's go ahead and go to the shot. And just as we read this, just stay focused in on this pagan, okay, to the father of Christianity. All right. Okay. This right here is the sun. And this right here is the cross, people. I repeat, this is the sun, this is the cross. Now notice what we find in the book of Ezekiel chapter 8, verse 12. Then said he unto me, this is the Most High talking to the prophet Ezekiel. Then said he unto me, Son of man, have you seen what the ancients of the house of Israel do in the dark? Every man in the chambers of his imagery. For they say, Yah seeth us not, Yah has forsaken the earth. He said also unto me, turn you yet again, and you shall see greater abominations that they do. Then he brought me to the door of the gate of Yah's house, which was toward the north, and behold, there sat women weeping for who, elder? Tammuz. Women weeping for Tammuz. Why is Tammuz in your Bible? And our secular history is saying that the cross is after. It is actually the symbol of the pagan god Tammuz. All right, here we go. 15. Then said he unto me, have you seen this, O son of man? Turn you yet again, and you shall see greater abominations than these. And he brought me into the inner court of Yah's house, and behold, the door of the temple of Yah, between the porch and the altar, were about 25 men with their backs, look at this now, with their backs towards the temple of Yah, and their faces toward the east. And they did what, elder? They worshiped the sun toward the east. They worshiped the sun towards the east. Watch this. So we have blatant sun worship here, all right? Look at verse 17. Then he said unto me, have you seen this, O son of man? Is it a light thing to the house of Judah that they commit the abominations which they commit here? For they have filled the land with violence and have returned to provoke me to anger. And lo, they put the branch to their nose. Elder, do you have a pencil?
Cross.
Do you have a pencil here?
No.
A pen here? Would someone grab me a pencil, a pen for a second? I just want to show our viewers what the ancients did in the days of antiquity. Yeah, you can. Not a problem. Just bring it on up here. Yeah, we're good to go. Just bring it on up here. Okay. Okay. Camera person, I want you to see what the ancients did, and I want you to look at the father of all Christianity, okay? And like I said before, please don't call us and talk about you Protestant, you are from the African Methodist Episcopalian Church, all right? All right, don't mess with me. Okay, people, this is what they did in the days of antiquity. What they did was they bowed down before the sun, right? And they made the sign of a cross.
Yes.
With sticks, okay? And they held it up as they bowed down to it, right? Because at this time, Tammuz was the manifestation of the sun god.
Yes, that's right.
And this is what we find written here in the scriptures. Let's go back to this pagan here. Do we have our shot back here on this pagan? Yeah, let's zoom right in on him. A nice tight shot. People, I want you all to understand something, okay? Islam is not to today's topic, okay? And I will state frankly and boldly, we do not spend that much time in dealing with Islam, because it represents one of the doctrines that how would you say that that operate under the umbrella of the Antichrist, okay? They do not believe that Yahshua indeed was the Son of the Most High, okay? And that he died to be a propitiation for our iniquity, okay? So Islam is not the topic of today's program. Paganism,
yes,
a hidden religion, is the topic. And what we are proving, what we are substantiating unequivocally, is that the Christian faith, which represents 70% of the world population, okay, is really and truly a pagan theology.
That's right.
It is not the theology of the scriptures that the apostles practiced and promoted, that Yahshua practiced and promoted, that the prophets practiced and promoted, and that the Most High gave. Go ahead, Elder.
You know, when you look at, finish your statement about putting the branch of the nose in verse 18.
Okay.
Look at verse 18.
Okay, in verse 18. Therefore will I also deal in fury, my eyes shall not spare, neither will I have pity. And though they cry in my ears with a loud voice, yet will I not hear them.
The Most High is saying here to the prophet, even though you are attempting to worship me in ignorance, I won't hear you, because he can't deal with people that don't.